Welcome everyone to another edition of 10K Movies. As always, I'm your host Ryan, joined by JD and Tom. Fellas, how we doing?
Doing good, feeling recharged. I know we had a nice little summer vacation here, so good to see you guys again.
Yeah, glad to be back.
Yeah, I was gonna say been a long hiatus, but always happy to be back talking some movies. Um, for those of you that watched our last episode, the assignment that we were going to watch in between recordings was Neighbors that Tom picked. Um, so because of that, not really that it has much of a correlation at all, but we're going to do another draft similar to the gambling one we did a few weeks back with Mississippi Grind. For this Neighbors draft, we are going to be drafting essentially a neighborhood made up of movie movie characters. So categories.
I didn't even get the correlation. That's great.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
do TV shows count?
Yeah, TV shows count.
Okay,
Yeah.
mine's gonna be TV show
yeah.
heavy.
Yeah, because I forgot I had one.
I got a good split.
Yeah, so TV shows and or movies of a neighborhood that we're assembling. So the categories are going to be a neighborhood or just like place to live. So that can be all across the board. You get creative with it. Another category is just a fictional family, whether that's TV show, book or not book, or movie. And then you got a family pet because that's always good to have. And then what was that last one? House. So pick the house that you want to live in that this crazy cast is gonna be living in. So pull up the draft board here. Since Tom, this was your choice of movie, you're gonna kick us off. So again, you can pick any category at any time as long as you have one of each by the end of it. So yeah, Tom, without further ado, you are on the clock.
All right, a little different here. I get the first pick this time. I'm wasting no time with this pick. Hopefully you guys like it. I'm going with the house. I'm going with the Entourage house.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a
Thank
solid
you.
one.
Thank
I don't
you.
know if it has a name, but we're just gonna go with the Entourage house.
People will know.
Yeah, I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's a good pick.
Now I get some time to think about my next one too. So
yeah, I didn't even that one did not cross my mind, but yeah, it's a great house.
Honestly,
It was an awesome house.
I was racking my brain for houses. I was like, what's just like a stick fucking house? And then I thought about like the scene they were like hitting golf balls on the on the roof. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that'd be awesome, dude. A massive house in like the Hollywood Hill or Beverly Hills, wherever it is. You get all your friends. We could all live together if you guys wanted to. Be pretty sweet.
Love it.
So I feel comfortable with that 101 Entourage house.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, the rest of the draft shakes out, but so far so good.
Strong start. Better than last draft with Plinko already. So
that's true. That's true.
I think you're on a good start.
Pretty sure I had Rain Man on my team at this point last time.
Yeah,
so
that's true as well. JD, what do you got? Number one.
I think I got to take my family, the Weasleys.
Okay. All right.
Interesting. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Cross my mind. Is that EY?
I think so.
EY, I think so.
Yeah, no, it's a crazy group of characters there.
Oh yeah, definitely not gonna be boring.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's actually funny enough, and I really wanted the first pick because I thought this was going to get taken, but just with you guys, because I know we all share similar interest towards Harry Potter, but I'm going with the Burrow for my house.
So I was in between Weasleys as the family or Burrow as the house.
I was nervous that one of you guys.
I thought I could literally go all Weasleys for a second.
You could. I mean, yeah, that's why I wanted to get that. Just because I love that house. It's just like so, like intricately shaped, and it's like kind of out in the middle of nowhere. But I guess depending on where you pick in this draft, it might.
It reminds me too much of Joe, my rival, Joe Burrow.
Oh, but yeah, so I actually like it even more for that. But Yeah, going with the Burrow. I think it's a strong pick. And then number 2, category wise, I don't think anyone's gonna pick my place. I'm a little nervous on pet and family, but I'm gonna go with family because I don't think Tom will take this, but I want it anyway. I'm gonna go with the Incredibles. I think
Oh, that's a
I
good family.
trust me, I never would have taken that.
okay. Yeah, then I should have took my pet, I think, but yeah, I mean, what's there more to say about that? You get a superhero family, so I think they all have like a power that could be super useful too, I think. So yeah,
That's true.
Incredibles is my family pick.
I'm gonna go with pet. I don't know if you guys are thinking it, but I want Air Bud.
Oh, okay. I was
Ooh,
not
good
thinking
pick.
that, but that's a good one.
No, I wasn't either.
Winning rings in this household.
Yeah.
Both in
No, that's good,
Quidditch,
yeah.
basketball, football. I mean, mainly Air
That's a
Bud's
good.
carrying us, but
Yeah, that's a good one. You guys actually inspired me to pivot. I was gonna go completely different direction. Honestly, Harry Potter didn't even cross my mind, but I'm gonna go with Hedwig as my
Oh,
that's a
pet.
good one.
okay. I like
Um,
that a lot,
just
actually.
super loyal, like literally everything you pretty much want in a pet. Just basically Harry's right hand man besides Ron and
That's
Hermione,
true.
who's a woman. But um,
That might be my favorite
Hedwig
pick so far. I didn't even I thought of the Burrow like instantly, but I did not even think of an owl. But
also when JD said air, but I was really only thinking of dogs. But I was trying to get a little bit like, what are some other animals? Like, obviously, there's gotta be some wacky ones out there. I thought of Hedwig, so I like Hedwig. It makes me really like my draft a lot more because I was gonna reach at this pick, but I'm gonna save that to the last pick. So I don't think you guys are taking it. So round 3, I'm gonna go with neighborhood, and I'm going with the neighborhood from Hey Arnold.
okay.
I don't know.
I think
Okay,
it's just like New York City, isn't it?
I think so.
I think it's basically like inspired by New York City, but it's just like a cool cool like urban environment. You got all your friends down the street. They find a little baseball field, make a baseball field out of an old lot. It's pretty
I do
sweet.
remember that
So
episode.
Gerald's Field.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's I think that came to mind for me, and I'm pretty happy taking it there in the 3rd round.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tony Stark's Malibu house.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a pretty sick house. Plus, you get the Iron Man suit. I think that counts, right? It's still in the house.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's a good one. So I just had pet and place to live. I was nervous how I was gonna take him, but I'm gonna go Scooby Doo as my pet.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good
that's a
one.
good one.
I think it's kind of chalky, I guess, as far as like famous dogs go, but gotta have a dog. I mean, I do agree, like Hedwig is just as loyal as a dog, but
Mhm.
If not more.
if not more, yeah.
Yeah.
RIP. But
Mhm.
yeah, I love Scooby. I mean, mystery solving, talking dog. I mean, that's pretty good to have around the house. Um, so that brings me to number 4. So I knew this wasn't going to get picked whatsoever. But I gotta pay homage to my favorite franchise being Star Wars. So I'm gonna go with Naboo as my place to live. In my opinion, it's the best planet, best like looking planet. It's got, good weather, good terrain. Yeah, big fan of it. But figured
Basically,
you
if like
guys,
California was just a planet.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's my pick, but figured it wasn't gonna get taken. So
I was thinking Star Wars, but nothing really came to mind. That's a good one though, out of it all. I thought about choosing Skywalkers as my family because there's a lot of drama, but
a little a little too much
I don't think I would live
dark
that
side,
long.
but
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Uh, Mine is a show I actually didn't watch that much, but I'm gonna go with Orbit City, The Jetsons.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just go futuristic. Everything's pretty cool.
I didn't know that's what it was called, but yeah, no, that's a good one too.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
And I'd love to see the Weasleys there.
Yeah, they would actually kind of fit in well there.
Arthur would love that.
Yeah, Arthur would love everything.
Mhm.
Yeah. Imagine
Uh,
that, like in that animation style too. That'd be kind of funny.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm
All right, Tommy, round us out. What's
yeah.
the Mr. Irrelevant pick of the
Mr.
neighborhood draft?
Irrelevant. I mean, I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on this. Similar to JD, I've never seen the show all the way through, but I've seen a lot on just like basic cable. Like it used to be on like ABC, I think like before Modern Family. I'm not going with Modern Family, which would have been a good pick because you get literally the whole cast, like 30 of them. But I'm going with a show. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called The Middle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's about Indiana, I think, right?
Yeah, it's about like a family in like middle of nowhere, Indiana. I think maybe Muncie actually. But I always thought that was just a really underrated show, and I think the family's really funny. And just a good show. I thought I could, I was gonna take it earlier. I'm glad I could wait until the last pick. But yeah, I wanted to pay homage to that show because I think it's really solid. Criminally underrated in my book too.
All
Yeah, I don't
right,
think
I
I've
was
seen it.
not expecting that. I honestly thought Tom was 100% picking the Brady Bunch, but
No,
I'm glad you
absolutely not.
glad you
Marsha,
steered
Marsha,
away.
Marsha.
Yeah, glad you steered away from that one, but
Yeah, I could not do the Brady Bunch. I've never seen it in episode, so I
yeah,
know
I don't
literally
think I
nothing
have either,
about
actually.
them except for that commercial. It's like a Snickers commercial.
Yeah, when you were saying that though, I thought you were going with Malcolm in the Middle family because that would have been a good one too.
They were in my consideration. It was between Modern Family in the middle and Malcolm in the Middle. I really like Malcolm in the Middle, but I might like the middle more, honestly.
Wow, didn't know you were
Yeah, I
such
mean,
a big Middle fan.
I'm a huge, yeah, like whenever I was in high school, if it was on, I was watching, or middle school, maybe. Yeah, big fan, big fan.
All right,
So
awesome.
I had to scoop them up there.
I thought for sure you were picking Dr. Pepper Fansville. That's your.
State
I
and
would have
Tech.
loved that.
Yeah, state tech.
That would have been that would be a great one. That would have been great. Man, possibilities are endless. Maybe we make this 20 round draft next
Well,
time.
I was gonna say, like, everyone, let us know one who you think won in the comments, but
Yeah.
two, like, if you guys have a family you would draft out of undrafted picks, let us know. I mean, there could be like 50
Or-
more, like you said. So
Or new topics that we should do.
yeah, new topics as well. Yeah,
Mhm.
always take that. Try to do it towards the movie, but hey, if you guys come up with a good
that's also true.
topic, then just let us know. Happy to do it.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah,
Uh,
that was a good one.
yeah, wraps up the draft. Like we said, let us know who you think won.
I feel like I started strong and ended weak.
I don't know. I think that, I mean, that's way more balanced of a draft than we had last time, I think.
Oh yeah, I feel a million times better.
Yeah, that's gotta pick your
Not
poison.
even
Any of those
close.
could win.
Yeah. That's I
Yeah.
like it, yeah, just because we had way more choices too.
Right.
To go off of. So
Oh, we could like go all day, and like you'll eat
exactly.
tomorrow in like the middle of the workday. Be like, oh, fuck,
Shoulda
I
had
should
that.
have picked this one.
Yeah.
Glad you guys. I'm glad I was where I was the draft board because I never would have thought of Hedwig if you guys had gone a little Harry Potter run there. So
Oh, that was
we're-
just audible then?
yeah, it was. Yeah, Hedwig wasn't even literally Harry Potter didn't even cross my mind. I was only thinking of shows for
That
whatever
was like the
reason.
very first thing that crossed my mind. I was like, there's just so many options as we took
Yeah.
out the board, but
Yeah.
Like literally like Tim the Toolman Taylor crossed my mind. Like but when, like if I get Hedwig, I can push back the Hey Arnold one, and then I can push back the middle.
I almost took Bikini Bottom as my neighborhood. I just
Oh, that'd been good.
living underwater though.
Yeah.
You
Surprised
know,
somebody
that's
took
tough.
Gary as
Gary
a
Snail.
pet. I
Yeah.
thought Goddard would be a
Kind of a
lock.
dog shit.
Oh,
Goddard, I
that
thought
was-
of Goddard.
That's great, actually.
I was actually gonna take him last as my pet, but so I wasn't feeling confident on pet because thought he was kind of a chalk pick. But then when I thought of Hedwig, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta switch things up.
Yeah.
So
Man,
Did you
yes.
think Gary was a good pet? I feel like Gary's kind of a dog shit pet, doesn't he?
He's kind of an
I mean,
asshole, actually. I mean, he's
I
very
feel like him and
sarcastic.
SpongeBob get along pretty well.
Doesn't take baths when he's supposed to.
Yeah, it's because he's smarter than SpongeBob.
That's true.
Yeah,
He's kind of arrogant,
tough.
honestly. He's
Yeah.
kind of a dick.
Yeah, he really is. But I still like him. But yeah,
I mean, I don't
cross my
hate
mind.
him.
Gotta have him around,
Yeah,
Good for morale.
he's a glue guy.
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of good picks out there. So I'm sure you guys
Fire
out
up
there
that
can come
comment
up with,
section.
yeah, even more. So
Yeah.
yeah. What else did we do last week? Oh, if you have been listening, we have been doing a Billboard Hot 100 New Year every week. Last week we decided to do two to kind of catch up a little bit. Um, so we're going to give our favorite songs from the Billboard 100 from the years 1993 and 94. Tom, since this was your movie, if you want to start with what was your favorite from 93?
Yeah, 93. I feel like it's interesting now because we're actually seeing like multiple genres. Like we're seeing rap is in it for the like really the first time. Like before it was kind of R&B and like maybe a little rock, but or mostly like I mean those are pretty much it. Like love songs. I don't know. I don't know if that's genre. Now we're seeing a lot. We're seeing like country get in there. We're seeing rap. We're seeing like alt rock. Um, alt rock is the direction I'm gonna go because that's some of my favorite music still to this day that I listen to, like 90s alt rock.
Same.
Going the Gin Blossoms, Hey Jealousy, just a absolute banger of a tune, maybe in my top 100 of all time. So yeah, that's my pick. And then whoever wants to go next, I think it's you JD, if you want to go with your 93 pick.
Similar genre. I'm going Two Princes by the Spin Doctors.
Ooh, that was in
my
my
second
that was
choice.
my consideration. Yeah.
Yeah, I like both of those songs.
I love both
I
those songs.
actually went
Mhm.
with might not recognize it from the title, but you know if you heard it, it's "What's Up" by Four Non Blondes.
Oh,
Oh
that
yeah.
was actually in my consideration too.
Yep.
Yeah, always
That's a great one.
love that song. So yeah, I went with that one for that year. I think now as we're kind of getting a little further into the 90s, it seems like I think there's maybe been some deeper years just as far as like there's deeper with like solid songs throughout. I know we hit a lull there, but I think now we're starting to see like the top of these years are like some of the best songs that we've heard. And in my opinion, that's what I think at least. But um, so yeah, that was 93, and then 94. JD, since you're picking the next movie, you can start with what was your favorite? 94.
Okay. Yeah. Just a classic Gin and Juice.
Okay,
Ooh.
yeah, that was up
One of
there.
like the first like rap hip hop songs I ever heard in my life. When I was like 10, I didn't really know what it meant at the time because I didn't know what gin was. But I love that song though.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
a
good
really
one.
good
Yeah,
pick. Yeah.
it still holds
That's
up to this day too.
Oh,
right.
it does.
That's a great pick. Yeah, I thought about taking some rap, either that or I think it was last year there was like Still DRE,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Dr. Dre. Um, but I'm actually running it back to the Gin Blossoms. Found out about you.
That's a good one.
Um,
Yep.
close second was Shine by Collective Soul. Not my favorite song by Collective Soul, but I love Collective Soul, and I actually saw them live. Was not a concert of them. It was they played after the first period of a Nashville Predators game. So
Oh, okay.
fun little surprise there. Did not know
Yeah,
they were performing.
that's
Pretty
pretty sick.
sweet. Mm-hmm. So
Uh,
that's what I got
I
for 94.
all right. I went with a man that I also think is kind of an underrated actor. He's had two roles that come to mind that he's obviously a musician first, but I think he can act a little bit as well. It's Tim McGraw with "Don't Take the Girl."
Dude, that was my
That's
runner up.
that was on my
It's
list.
a
Top
very
five,
sad
probably.
song, but I
Yeah, it
love it. I
is.
mean,
It is
it's a
very
great one.
sad.
It's kind of just like a story with
I
a
was
little
gonna
theme,
say,
to it, but it's great.
that's my favorite country songs when there's like a story in it,
Yeah.
Mhm.
especially when you go fishing.
Yeah, which he did. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
he did,
Yeah.
or whoever it's actually about. But yeah, love that song. And yeah, I think he killed it in Friday Night Lights. If you guys have seen that movie,
Mhm.
and
Uh,
Blindside as well, I think.
He's in the blind
And
side?
who is he in Blindside?
yeah, isn't he the husband to Sandra Bullock?
No,
Uh,
no,
uh,
no.
Are you
That's somebody
sure?
else.
I haven't seen that
Mhm.
movie in a while.
I thought that was him.
It's definitely not him.
You gotta fact check this. It's Tim McGraw.
Holy shit.
Tommy,
Yeah.
Tommy.
Come
Definitely
on,
not.
Tommy.
Damn. I did not know that's what fucking Tim looked like. Give him credit because I thought that was a very much a legitimate actor. So
See, yeah, so he can
Uh,
act.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I would have bet
I mean, he was
$1,000 that
younger
wasn't
back
him.
then,
So,
but
right.
yeah.
Well, good for him.
Uh,
Yeah,
my hot
I was
take,
wrong.
my hot take, that's a great sports movie, but I actually don't like that movie at all. Like, I feel like that's so
Oh.
overhyped as a movie.
Yeah, I
I
like that
actually
movie a
think
lot.
I don't view it as really a sports movie. I mean, I know it's
I
about
mean,
sports, obviously,
I would
but
say
I'm,
it's a
well,
sports
alright, it's a
movie.
good sports story. How's
It's
that?
just,
oh
yeah,
yeah, the story's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. It's not a
I
good
would still
sports
count it as
movie.
a sports movie. More like a feel good, but
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people, I mean, and maybe it's just because maybe I've heard you say that before, JD, but I feel like a
probably.
lot
I've
of
not
people I
heard that.
hear say they don't like it that much. I personally love it. I remember it getting a ton of hype, so I saw it in theaters and I thought it was awesome.
I think it
Same.
won
There's
Best
also, I
Picture.
was like,
I think like everybody saw it in
probably,
theaters.
yeah, it came out. That was the first ever double header I did. That was the
Mm.
origination of the double header with our buddy George, was
Really?
because we went to the theater and we didn't know if we should see The Blind Side or Avatar, which kind of crazy. Those were in theaters at the same time. Like whenever they talk about like in the 90s, I think it's like Shawshank and like
Jura-
Forrest Gump
And
and
like
like,
Jurassic Park.
yeah,
There-
we're all
It's
in
like
theaters at once.
10 movies that are just bangers. They were all in there.
hmm
Pulp
That's
Fiction, I
kind of
think,
like
was in there maybe.
with Pulp Fiction, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of the modern, not equivalent, but like kind of crazy. They were in, not they were both like the best movies I've ever seen, but they were both getting like equal levels of hype.
Was it like
Like
2010-ish?
2009, I think, like Christmas
Uh,
2009. Um, yeah. So yeah, that's I personally love it, but um, did we do your pick, Ryan? Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
already did. That was the Tim McGraw one.
Yep.
I was
Yeah.
wondering, I was like, how the hell do we start talking about The Blind Side?
Yeah.
I had no idea that was Tim McGraw as the dad. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, he can act. And he's a
Mhm.
dad
Can
in
he
Friday
though?
Night. I mean,
He's
he's
not
not gonna win
bad.
any awards, but like for a musician, I feel like, I mean, I don't know
He
any
does.
musicians off the top of my head that have acted besides J Lo, but
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
he can act
Michael B.
pretty well.
Jordan.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga is actually a phenomenal actress. I
Yeah,
love
she
her.
was actually really good.
Yeah, and obviously singer as well.
Yeah.
I guess there's some good ones, but I think he's an underrated of those. I just think maybe overlooked is a better.
I'll give you that. I would say if you
Well,
think of
obviously, because
musicians that
Tommy didn't
acted,
even know it was him. So
I didn't
think,
even know it was him. I think that was
Yeah.
a great performance too.
Yeah.
I'll tip my
So-
cowboy hat to him.
saw that movie one time.
Oh, you got to give it another chance.
Nah, I don't think so.
I mean, it may be a little overhyped, but I still think it's pretty awesome.
Maybe we'll see.
All
I
right.
can't believe that was Timmy.
I'll put it on my
Yeah.
revisit list.
Mhm.
So we'll do 95 next week of Billboard hits.
Great year.
Yeah, birthday
Yeah.
for
All
all
of
of
us.
us.
All of us.
Yeah. So
Roll.
that should be a good one then. But yeah, we'll do that next week along with a movie that JD will pick here later on. But we did watch Neighbors, which was Tom's pick. So I'm gonna chat about that. Tom, if you wanna kick us off with a quick synopsis and your thoughts and score.
Yep. Neighbors 2014, naturally. It's like the only movies we watch. Says after they're forced to live next to a fraternity house, a couple with a newborn baby do whatever they can to take them down. Yeah, my thoughts. I remember this movie came out. I feel like it got so much hype. And I will say, I think it's I think it's a funny concept. Like, I think reading that, you're like, oh shit, that's gonna be hilarious. And not bashing it, but I think I gave this movie a 73. And I feel like you guys could be way lower, or I don't think you're gonna be too much higher than that, but I gave it a 73 because I just feel like it was like a perfectly average comedy. I think it had a good cast with a lot of big names, which helped it out a lot. And like I said, it had a funny premise to it. I think at the time it was a lot more hype because these are two huge names, as you can see on the poster. I'm not a huge Seth Rogen fan like today. I think he used to be a lot funnier, but yeah, we'll get into it more. But I got it to 73. I thought it was I thought it was solid. Like I thought it was a solid comedy. Definitely not the funniest movie I've ever seen. Probably not one I'm gonna rewatch very often, but definitely not bad either.
That's solid. JD, how about you?
Not far off that. I am coming in under. I'm gonna give it a 68. Pretty much for some of the reasons, like the plot was honestly the plot's solid, but then like in the middle, it kind of just starts like doing the same thing back and forth, where it's like, all right, we won, they won, we won, they won, which is whatever. But the acting I thought was good. I like Dave Franco, love him. Rafi gets a little appearance in there.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I kind of agree with Tom. Just a solid comedy.
Yeah.
Some really funny scenes.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I agree with that. I am a little lower just because, like, for me in comedies, it's like if most comedies are like dumb, like premise wise, I would say. Like Step Brothers is my favorite comedy. I don't think the best. I'd say Superbad is, but like Step Brothers is my favorite. I realize how stupid that is, but it's so funny to me where I like overlook the stupidity and still give it like a very high score. So with this one and any other comedies, like it's got to be like super funny or like the premise has to be there. This kind of, like JD, you said, there are some parts I definitely like laughed at, but didn't like kill for me in a lot of spots. So I'm at 62, but like I still think honestly from like 2010 to 2020, this is probably one of the better comedies. Like it just was a tough decade for comedies, I feel like. Or at least it's like one of the more well-known ones, I would say. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I just
I
feel
would
like
agree.
they kind of had
That's,
a slump in that
yeah.
10-year time frame. Like 2000 to 2009 was like heaters.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Golden age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to follow that too, though.
So
Right.
and exactly, and if that's like the standard, then you're just not going to live up to it. But I think still solid. And I think like if you're a comedy fan, like give it a watch regardless. But yeah, I'm a little lower with the 68.
I would say between like 2010 and 2020, the best comedies weren't even like comedy first. Like, if that makes sense. Like the funniest movies I watched weren't like the slapstick only
They were like
comedies.
Avengers, honestly. Like
They're
Avengers
like
were like the big comedy movies back.
Yeah.
Avengers. I mean, like Wolf of Wall Street has some of my like
Oh
the
yeah.
funniest lines. Like The Nice Guys. I love that movie. I think I've talked about it enough on this pod. But like,
But yeah,
they're
exactly. Like that
like
the funnier ones in that time frame weren't, like you said, comedies first, where
yeah,
this
you know,
is. And
yeah.
those are just
I was
funnier.
thinking 21 Jump Street was a great one. That was comedy.
That's
We're the Millers was a huge hit. That was I think 2013. Other than that, I can't really think of any that like jump out at me.
I actually watched We're the Millers the other night. That still holds up. That's a pretty funny
Oh,
movie.
dude, yeah. So
Yeah.
does 21 Jump Street. Like they both hold up. Like 21
Yeah.
Jump Street, I almost picked on the to do on the podcast. Might have to at some point, but
Also, a great movie.
both still stand up. Those are like early parts of the decade too. So I think it was like kind of before like the PC kind of culture was as rampant as it got
Yeah.
towards like middle of the decade.
I also think part of the decline was like a lot of studios went towards like movie franchises and stuff like that because they
Yeah.
were doing anything to sell tickets, so you
Right.
weren't making as much like comedies or original films.
Dude, that's interesting because like I was thinking about that now. Like comedies just don't really come out anymore. Like because like you said, I mean, I feel like Avengers really just kind of hijacked like the last like 15 years. Like they were
It did.
so
It did, yeah.
successful that I mean we're seeing the runoff of it now where like DC's trying to kind of catch the wave. Like I mean the Flash is out right now. Marvel's got like a million TV shows. I feel like everybody's just trying to catch that energy a little bit in the bottle and less like less comedies, less whatever, except for I don't know. There's probably been a couple rom-coms that I'm not thinking of, but it is trying to, I feel like, hit that huge franchise and like get something with like at least like a 3-movie deal or something.
I will say, as far as comedies goes, I just saw that No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence. Actually, pretty funny.
I think I might see that this weekend actually.
Yeah,
Once you
the-
mentioned it, I was like, it looks solid.
It's like one of those comedies, like the plot's like, but it's pretty funny, honestly. I laughed like quite a bit.
I was gonna ask you to bring that up just because I feel like that is. I mean, I'm just trying to think. Besides that, like that's one of the few ones in recent years that's just like a true comedy coming out that had got a lot of media attention, at least because I saw the trailer for that quite a bit and everything. But I feel like there's just it's like comedies that second listed genre on a lot of these movies. Like there's funny movies, they're just not outright comedies. But this one, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
like No Hard Feelings, like honestly, it was pretty funny. It kind of reminded me
Yeah.
of like a 2000s movie. Like just some of the jokes were very similar.
I think it
Yeah.
was made by the people that did The Boys. That was another comedy that actually came
Oh,
out
I
in the
actually kinda like that.
2019. I remember JD and I saw
I
it.
was about
That
to say
that
we
was
saw that together.
good. Yeah, I like that. I think that was like 2019 or 2018. 2019 maybe.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess for Neighbors specifically, one thing I kind of know, like Rose Byrne, who's the wife in this, I think she's like awesome. I know she was in Bridesmaids, which was obviously huge, and I think may have also came out in that time frame. But that was like one of my takeaways. I feel like maybe she is in a lot of things. I just haven't seen her in a lot, but I'd like for her to get some more like casting and everything. So I think she's great. Um Efron, obviously, he's a huge name, especially around this time. I feel like I haven't really seen him in anything recently, but and then Seth Rogen. To your point, Tom, like I'm not a huge fan of his, but I mean, he did have that huge run around this time frame where he was just like in everything basically. And I mean, he is a funny guy. For
He
sure.
was in like every dumbass comedy movie. I mean, obviously it's a bit. I mean, same. I agree with you, Ryan, with like your take on comedies. Like, if they don't have a good plot, the jokes have to cover it up, which like Superbad or Step Brothers does. Superbad. I mean, he wrote Superbad, so like
Right.
he, I gotta, because that's the same with me. Superbad's my number 2 comedy probably of all time. But I guess he was in some bigger stuff like Pineapple Express and stuff like
This
that.
is
But
the end. A few of
This is
those.
the
Yeah.
end. The Interview. I feel like he was in some kind of dumb
Yeah.
ones, but um, yeah. I mean, overall, he's had a really good career too. He's in like 40-Year-Old Virgin. Like some of his
Yeah.
stuff before was really good.
I think I kind of just like him as more of a side character than a
Yeah,
main guy.
yeah.
Because even
I
in
think so
Superbad,
too.
like obviously he wrote it, but he's also like one of the cops, which I think
Hmm.
he's hilarious in that. I just like him more so in those spots than maybe a leading guy.
Yeah, I would agree with that, I think. I feel like when he's the leading guy, he's like oddly too serious. Not all the time, but like sometimes, and like I don't know, it doesn't work for the comedies he's trying to do. Like the main guy has to be like goofier. I mean, he's pretty goofy,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, but
Because what is he all in? I mean, he's the main guy in this. Knocked Up comes to mind.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Interview. I
The
mean, his
Interview.
tag team,
Yeah.
I mean, The
Pineapple
Interview,
Express.
Him and
like,
Franco had a huge falling out though.
Yeah.
Like he like doesn't talk to him anymore.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I'm pretty sure James Franco's like a terrible person. That's
I was about
why.
to say,
But
yeah,
I haven't
Franco
really
just got
I
canceled.
was to say I haven't kept up with his like canceling, but I know that's part of the reason why he doesn't
Yeah.
talk to him anymore.
I didn't know Seth Rogen was a producer for The Boys. That's pretty cool.
I just saw that. I was looking at his IMDb.
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant The Boys, or I was thinking of Good Boys because I saw that on there. But yeah, I just saw The Boys.
No, The
too.
Boys, the
That's
Amazon
crazy.
show.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
I didn't know I didn't know that either.
There's a lot of humor in that show. So
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
been a producer for a lot of stuff actually.
yeah, it's like all his recent credits.
Yeah, Sausage Party, I knew that one.
I've never seen that.
It's kind of horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Apparently they're making a series. I think I just saw something. They're making like a series.
Was it a
for that.
series or like a sequel? I saw that too, though. I did see that was
I
announced.
thought it was series. I thought it was originally a sequel, then I think it turned into a series or something.
Yeah, that's
But-
possible.
Another guy, I think my favorite guy from this is Ike Barinholtz.
Yeah,
Jimmy
in the
was his
league,
name in
too.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was hilarious. Like
he was
his
in Mindy
scenes-
Project.
Yeah. Oh, really?
He's like one of the main characters in
Oh
Mindy
man,
Project.
I might have to watch
I
that.
would have never
It-
knew his name off.
It's
top of
not.
my
It's
head.
really not a bad show. It's actually pretty
Well,
good.
Yeah, he was cracking me up. Yeah, when when they were like coming up with the plan to like infiltrate and like get them in trouble and everything, but then also when he just jumps off the balcony and then it's like his arm and legs are literally like detached. But
Mhm.
Dude, I was dying when he's like, yeah, put a little Hebrew in it, you know, our calling card.
yeah, that was a very
That might have been the funniest part.
yeah. I love
Dude,
that.
that was hilarious. He's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
I did love that part actually.
One of my other favorite parts was when I think his name's Teddy, Zac Efron's character,
Yeah.
when he
At the-
goes to
The fair or whatever.
yeah, like the job fair.
Yeah.
He's like, man, you're a
Wait.
Delta. He's like, I couldn't get in, but like, he's like, man, my roommate was a Delta. He's like, are you interested in a job here at AT&T? He's like, what do you guys do? Like, we're a telecommunications company. It's
Yeah.
kind of stupid, but it also kind of made me laugh. Of like,
Tom, I don't know if you were around when I said this last week. I paid homage to it because one of our buddies started working
Oh.
at AT&T, and I was like,
yes,
I was like,
yes,
what's
I
that?
did.
He's like, what? AT&T. I was like, no idea what you're talking about. He's like, you know, like the phones and stuff. I was like, nope.
Yeah. That is hilarious.
I was
yeah,
dying in that too.
that's pretty good.
And I forget the guy that works for AT&T in that. But
No,
he's
it's Randall.
like,
it's Randall
yeah,
Park.
Randall Park. I can't
Dude,
think of his name, but
Oh,
he's
yeah,
I was
hilarious.
about to say he's one of those guys like no small parts. Like every
Yeah.
time I feel like he's in something, he kills it.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was on. I heard him on like a podcast with like Dan Patrick. Had like a podcast with IMDb at one point, and he had him on. And he's like super cool dude. But yeah, he's on like no small parts. Like he's just in like tiny scenes, but he's always hilarious.
Did you guys ever watch this show, the last Blockbuster? I think it's a Netflix thing.
Oh,
it's
the
literally-
documentary.
No, it's like a
Oh.
show. Like it's like a sitcom.
Oh, I see it on IMDb.
No, I
it's called
didn't-
Blockbuster.
Yeah, something like that. I've only seen like 3 episodes. I mean, it wasn't that great, but he's still pretty funny in that too.
Oh God, it's got terrible reviews.
No, I only made it 3 episodes. It's
the
not like
premise sounds hilarious.
yeah, I think there's only 1 season of it too, and I was like, I'm not finishing this.
Yeah, if it gets like canceled or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back to
Bad
Neighbors.
stuff.
I think one of the biggest plot twists I've ever seen is when Ash Juice is getting hazed. He's like,
Yeah.
haze me. He's like, man,
Yeah.
you feeling all right? He's like,
Right.
go
Dude, yeah.
upstairs, take yourself a bath, and take a nap, man.
Yeah.
I love that. He's like, I'm not Hayes. I forget the line he actually says, but it was so damn funny. And their nicknames were actually hilarious.
I did like
Ass-
things, yeah.
Ass Juice.
Ash
Scooney.
Juice. Yeah.
Scooney. Yeah.
Scooney.
Yeah.
That was oh no, that was McLovin.
McLovin.
McLovin, yeah. He's got the
Gerard
choker.
Carmichael. Yeah,
Gerard
yeah.
Carmichael
Yeah,
cracked
Gerard
me up. He was
Carmichael,
funny.
who I
He's like,
love.
Man, I told you to shave. He's like, I thought we were taking pictures.
Yeah. When he he was talking to Hannibal Buress.
Hannibal,
Which
dude.
Oh, yeah.
this is like just crazy cast, but
Yeah.
I love talking
Hannibal
when you,
Buress.
love talking to you when you're high, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, he's like, do some cat stuff, man. Like, start licking your arm. I was gonna say, like, you mentioned it, but Hannibal is hilarious with like supporting roles, and him and
Yeah.
Gerard Carmichael
yeah.
talking was like the perfect combo of like 2 of my favorite like side comedic actors in a scene. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I think
love
whenever I
that.
say Hannibal Buress, I think of Tom because I know you love him.
I love him. 'Cause I love him in Tag. Like that is
Yeah.
one of my
Yeah.
favorite things.
Dang, I love that movie actually.
That's
That's
actually
kind of
a
a movie. I feel
great
like it kind of
movie.
went
That's
under
a
the radar a
forgotten
little
one.
bit.
Yeah, I literally
Yeah.
forgot all about that actually.
Another big cast. But no, I
Uh-huh.
literally still think of Hannibal because he's like when John Hamm and Jake Johnson are like going for the same girl. John Hamm is like a big businessman. He's like, oh, he's like, I gotta step out. I got a breakfast meeting with China. And Hannibal's like, breakfast meeting? It's like, China, it would be 6:30 in the evening right now or something. And he's like, how do you know that? He's like, 2008 Olympics, baby. Michael Phelps. Oh, he's so funny. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Hannibal. I was really excited to see him in this.
I feel like Going back to Tag, I feel like any movie that Ed Helms was like the true lead, it just never.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess The Hangover, but I don't like just a really good cast all around. Like even if he was like the lead, the supporting actors are strong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I also
like-
love Ed Helms.
Like
Like, that's
Vacation and stuff, just like
Vacation sucks ass.
Did
that's what
not
I'm
like that
saying.
one.
And yeah,
That's
but like I
terrible.
really like Tag, but it's like I think maybe he's the main character and people just kind of brushed it off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What else is he the main guy in?
I probably wouldn't remember.
Right.
A whole
He
lot,
might-
honestly.
He might
Yeah,
literally
no,
only
I was
be
thinking mainly Vacation.
Vacation. Might be the only one who's like the true main guy.
It's
in.
basically
Yeah.
just like a knockoff of National Lampoon's.
Yeah.
I think it was a remake of it.
Oh, was it
Yeah.
actually?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Like I
Well,
think
that
the
makes
son was
sense.
like I think the son was actually named like Rusty, and
Oh, okay.
I think it was a
that would make
remake,
sense.
and it was just totally
That makes sense.
botched.
Part
Yeah,
of it, why it was so bad.
He was
the
in
only-
Threat Level Midnight.
never saw that.
The Office
Oh
movie.
yeah, the Office movie. Yeah.
Hit the jukebox.
Yeah, I actually
That's
love
funny.
it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
Every
great.
time they showed those scenes, I loved it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Another funny, it sucks because I remember the promo for this movie, like somehow, I mean, I guess it was only, I mean, that was senior year of high
9
school,
years.
but
Yeah.
Was it senior year or was it freshman year of college?
I forget, I guess, yeah.
I mean,
somewhere
it
in
depends.
Either
When
way,
I thought it
yeah.
came out in the fall. So
Yeah,
I
it
think
may have. I just remember seeing the commercial because it's talked about like or I guess the trailer, but the airbags, like that was all
Oh
over
yeah.
like the trailers. And I thought that was funny, but then like you knew it was coming going into it because he had to watch the trailer like 20 times. But
Right.
I did like that. And the De Niro party, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was
Just
one of my
'cause it's
favorite
so
parts.
random.
You're
Yeah.
upsetting Chixie Cat.
Yeah.
that was my favorite one.
And then they just
Fucker.
yeah, and then like some of them just start like saying other quotes, like not Jared
Yeah.
Carmichael was just Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Oh, everybody's like, "Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
you
he's like,
talking to me?"
Stiller's like, yes,
Yes, I
yes, I
am.
am.
Well, now that we
That's
talk about, I
funny.
think I am a little too low on this movie, but I mean, there is funnier parts in it than we kind of remember. But
It's weird.
Right.
Tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like one of the most like memorable scenes from this is like the Batman where he's like, I'm Batman. He's like, no, I'm Batman. And I'm
yes,
like,
dude.
I always remember that, but like watching it back the second time, like I don't know why I remember that scene. Like it's not that funny or anything.
yeah,
It's just yeah. I think that was one of my favorite parts though, is when they partied together.
the first
Yeah.
time,
Yeah, the first time.
yeah, and they're like cool
Um,
with each other.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they sword fight.
Yeah,
Sort of, yeah, yeah.
All the girls are like, oh.
yeah.
Yeah, this movie though made me think about, like, Ryan, you're talking about Zac Efron, like what a bizarre career he's had. Like he was obviously he was known for the whatever
High
High
School
School
Musical.
Musical.
Troy
Yeah.
Bolton, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, like, as he progressed his career, I feel like he was just kind of known as like, the good-looking guy. And then he went on like a wild tear of like raunchy ass comedy movies, like
Yeah,
this,
Dirty
Grandpa, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates.
Yep. Which
like,
I
he's
did
just-
not
I forgot
like
about
at
Mike
all.
and Dave. That's actually pretty funny.
That's raunchy as shit. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
literally one of the raunchiest movies I've ever seen, but it is pretty good. But he's never really been in like a super high quality movie, I feel like. I'm looking at it like he's in Greatest Showman, which I think is really good.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's great, but other than that, like he's just been kind of in like, I mean, I remember he was in that Ted Bundy show, but
that
other
was a
than that, I
movie.
feel
I
like he was
think
just,
actually,
oh, okay, but yeah, other than
which
that,
I
I
did
feel like
not.
he's
I
just
did not like that
raunchy
one.
comedies.
You didn't like
For-
you didn't. I thought he was pretty good in that.
No, I thought he was. I just did not like that movie. But I thought I mean,
Yeah.
he's a good actor. I think. I mean, I think he should get some like a chance at something more serious. But
He's still young too. I mean,
yeah,
He's probably what,
probably
like
in his
35 maybe?
30s, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
87,
early 30s,
so
33-ish,
yeah. October 18th, 87, so not too bad.
yeah. Yeah, he's got time, I guess. I mean, you see it all the time. These like actors like just transform their career, or they don't even hit big until they're in like their 50s. So
Yeah. Well, he
for
was in
some
that
guys,
he was in that one movie with your boy, Baywatch, and you know, The Rock.
Yeah, he was. What'd you think of that one, Tom?
I can honestly say I never saw it.
If I had to guess, I don't think any of us saw that.
No, I did not. I'm trying to think because
did
I'm looking
not.
at the last thing. I didn't even know he was in Scoob. I know it's just the voice, but that's kind of funny. He was Fred in that.
I didn't know that either.
But yeah, the greatest beer run ever, which I do
I-
remember seeing a trailer for that, but I
Never
never
even
saw
heard
it.
of that.
I actually want to see that.
Yeah, it
Never
looks like
heard
it
of
was not the best reviews, but yeah,
Is that out? I didn't even know
yeah,
it
it
was
came
out.
out last year, I guess.
Oh, did it go straight to Apple TV or something?
I think so.
Oh, okay,
Or
it
some
makes sense
streaming.
why. Yeah.
Zac
But
Efron and Russell Crowe.
yeah, it's a crazy combo actually.
Well, I
Mhm.
also heard it's like a true story, or at least based on a true story,
Yeah,
which
Which-
sounds just wild in general.
yeah,
Yeah, gotta get the boys beer.
right. But
Yeah, it
yeah,
looks interesting. It looks very interesting.
I'd like to see
Um,
him in something really good. I feel like he's a good actor, which I feel like he got typecasted a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's really good in Greatest Showman. He kind of, I mean, he's kind of the let's say, like second billing. I mean, overshadowed by like Zendaya and
Yeah.
Hugh
Hugh
Jackman.
Jackman, but
Yeah.
like Hugh Jackman and Zendaya kind of carry it for the bulk of the movie, and he's really good. I mean, he's got a good voice, so opportunity with that. But I can see him being in a big role. I think it'd be kind of cool to see. I like him honestly. I think he's pretty good.
I feel like he
Yeah.
actually puts on really good performances, but just like the movies aren't great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
sounds
feel
like because like with
I-
these comedies, like we talked about, if it's kind of like hit or
Yeah.
miss. So
yeah.
hmm
you
And
have
in
enough
comedies,
bad
like
ones.
he's definitely typecast in the comedies as like the dumb jock that's just like absolutely built.
Yeah,
Right.
Like,
Right.
Maybe he
Yeah.
might not be in everyone, but I just watched Neighbors, and that's
that's
exactly what he is.
yeah. Doesn't know what
Like,
AT&T is. So
yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Right. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. He's never. I mean, he's never really had an opportunity at anything like super high drama, but we'll see. Never know.
Yeah. You never know.
Never know. Yep. I'm looking and seeing where that puts us on the list.
yeah. It's a random.
67.
It's got to be down there a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
in some random company. Do you want to let it? Where's it in?
Oh,
between?
yeah, it's at 377. It's between Ant-Man, Quantumania, and Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. So that's
Jesus.
Yeah,
interesting.
that's not really fair to Neighbors. I feel like
No, I
honestly,
don't think so. I don't think so either.
I'm a
No.
Star Wars fan, so I'm biased and have that higher. But I honestly think Neighbors better than both of those movies. So
Wasn't The Phantom Menace like the one that came out in like the 2000s or whatever?
yeah, it's the first of the
Like
prequels that
2002 or whatever?
came out. Yeah,
I
Oh,
also like Star Wars,
1999.
but that's so bad.
yeah. So
Oh man, that's
yeah,
tough.
tough look for Neighbors, but I'd still recommend watching. I don't know how you haven't seen it at this point
Yeah.
because, like we said, it was one of the kind of top ones from that era. But
Yeah.
yeah, give it a watch.
Oh yeah, I would recommend it, even though we all ranked it kind of lower than our average movie. Like I'd say definitely watch it.
Yeah,
I would watch it, but I don't feel the need to rewatch it.
no.
Like, I mean, if somebody had it on, I wouldn't say no, but
That's
like
what I was
it's
gonna say.
even like a movie with a group of friends, like you can pick like so many funnier movies just to have like the whole group like dying laughing than
Yeah.
Neighbors. Like not that
Yeah.
Neighbors is bad, but it wouldn't be my, to
It's
go to or even like top 10 really.
It's maybe
Yeah.
like once in every 5 years. Maybe you're scrolling, you don't
Yeah.
really want to really want to watch anything, and you're like, I'll turn this back on. Haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, that's Neighbors. So we're gonna watch another movie next week, and JD, it's your choice. So what are we gonna be watching?
We are going to be watching The Game with Michael Douglas.
Oh, I've never seen that. Well, I
Yeah.
know the poster. I think he's got like a
Never
puzzle
even heard of
piece or
it.
something.
Yeah,
But
the puzzle pieces are falling out of his head.
yeah.
Uh,
I've always
What's it
wanted
on?
to see this. Never have.
So it's another movie. It's from the 90s. I would like to point that out since Tom said we only watched like early 2010s.
Love 90s movies.
Yeah.
Oh, our boy
Uh,
Sean Penn.
Oh yeah. And another reason I picked this, it's kind of got mixed reviews as well. But I'll I'll give you the rundown here. After a wealthy San Francisco banker is given an opportunity to participate in a mysterious game, his life is turned upside down as he begins to question if it might really be a concealed conspiracy to destroy him. That sounds
Hmm,
pretty dramatic.
Mhm.
But
interesting. And
yeah,
you haven't seen this either, Jay?
oh no, I haven't seen it.
Sweet.
I've heard mixed reviews on it. Well, read mixed reviews. I don't know anyone that's actually seen it. Well, I haven't talked to anyone that's actually seen it. But I like Michael Douglas. I like Sean Penn.
David Fincher, guy that directed Seven, directed this
Oh,
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I like
so
him. I like his movies.
that's a hot start too. Then
Yeah, I like his movies too. So,
Yeah, Social
yeah, that's
Network. Holy shit, I
Mhm.
love that movie.
Social Network. Zodiac, I just saw on there. That's a good one too.
I love Zodiac.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Wait,
I had a friend mention Zodiac. If we ever do it, he wants to be on.
really?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
down. Zodiac is a good one.
yeah.
What's this on, JD?
I think I saw Hulu, Amazon Prime, and Stars. If for some reason you don't have Hulu or Amazon Prime, it is on Stars.
Okay. I
Yeah.
feel like Stars has crazy good catalog, but no one has it.
So I have
Dude, it's always on
attached my
IMDb,
Amazon
like
Prime,
stars.
and it's like $5 a month or something. And it's sometimes like when I'm just really looking for something out there, like they always got good movies on there.
Yeah, I believe it. Which I don't know how, but yeah, that's
I'm
crazy.
excited for this one, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I've
Some-
always seen this. I've seen this poster a million times. Just never got around
That
to watching it. So
I've had it on my list for so long, and I actually found one of my old lists from like 2018 on my phone in my notes section. And I started going through it, and yeah, that was one of them.
awesome.
There's
excited
another
for it.
movie I wanted to do, but it was no on any streaming platforms, and I was like, we can hold off for that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I do like 90s movies a lot. Like I don't know why they just seem to like late 90s, early 2000s always seem to be a good range that I enjoy. So I'm
I
excited
agree with
for it.
that.
I'm
Awesome.
excited to check it out.
Yeah, same.
Sweet. Yeah. So that's what we'll be watching next week, the game. So feel free to watch with us. And then also 1995 for the Billboard hits. So feel free to give that a listen. What else have you guys been watching? I know it's been a while since we last hopped on here. I think I said I was gonna watch the new Spider-Man before we record again, which I did. The Into the Spider-Verse one or across the Spider-Verse.
Across the
I think
Spider-Verse.
Cross
Uh,
is the new
well,
one.
I
I think.
rewatched the first
Into's
one
the
anyway,
first
so I
one,
guess I
yeah.
watched both of them. But I love the second one. I still like the first one better, but yeah, still love the second one as well. Watch that, and then Black Mirror, new season of that. I watched. I think the first 3 episodes of that are pretty solid. The last 2 are so bad, but yeah, that's kind of what I've been watching. How about you guys?
I did rewatch Into the Spider-Verse. I want to see Across It. I haven't
Nice.
got to that yet. Like I said earlier, watch No Hard Feelings in theaters. I mean, solid review on that. I would recommend seeing it. I want to start The Bear. I think The Bear on
Yeah, that's what
Hulu.
I'm
Yeah,
starting.
I've
Yeah,
seen.
I've heard really good things.
I don't. It's all over my Twitter. I feel like all the time, and I'm like, all right,
Hmm.
I'm finally gonna watch it. And then along with Ryan, I did watch the first episode of Black Mirror. I haven't got through the season yet, though, or any of
Yeah.
the seasons leading up to that.
Yeah, I've heard good things about the Bear. Just because I've heard people talk about it because it's based in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it?
yeah,
Is that what
Maybe.
I'm
I
thinking of?
actually don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I've heard good things about that. That might be our next show, honestly. But we're still watching the league, and then I think based on JD's recommendation, I might see No Hard Feelings this weekend. Hadn't really heard anything about it, so the fact that you said it's good makes me think it's definitely worth a watch. So I might check that out this weekend. But yeah, a lot of good movies. I was gonna ask you guys, movie wise, I think the official trailer for that new Scorsese movie just came out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Flower
Killers of
Moon
the
or something
Flower
like that.
Moon,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Looks
officially
Yeah.
can't wait for that.
Looks incredible.
Dude, I was gonna ask you guys, are you guys more excited for that or Oppenheimer?
I'm more excited for Oppenheimer just
I think so
because
too.
I think
I think I'm more excited for Scorsese's, but
really.
go ahead and yeah, continue.
Well, I was about to say a hot take, and I don't want to say it.
Do you say Nolan's better?
Do it.
I was gonna say I think I like his movies better overall. No,
That's fine. That's your opinion.
That's why.
Not a hot
But
take.
I had to look because did Scorsese do Goodfellas?
Yeah,
Okay,
And
that's like one
Wolf
of the
of Wall Street
yep.
Okay, then I
and
might
Taxi Driver. He's got. I mean, he's got.
I
he's
might
got
be
some
taking it back.
hits.
I'm just
And he's
maybe
older,
thinking of
so
his
he's-
most recent ones.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
I did
Irishman
not
was not my
love The
favorite.
Irishman. I still think
No.
it's good, but didn't love that. I think he did this one. It was like a mob one, which I like mob movies, but I
That doesn't
forget
shock
what it
me.
was. It
He
just
loves the
didn't
mob.
really hit as much as the other
Casino,
ones.
maybe.
No, it wasn't Casino. It was like I forget what it is. It's got like a pistol on the title or on the poster.
Mean Streets.
Mean Streets, yeah, that one.
Never,
Which like
never saw that one, but
it's all right. I mean, it's like good, but it's just I don't know. Maybe it's just like a little too old for me. Not really. I
Hmm.
like old movies. I wouldn't say that, but I don't know. It just didn't really hit. But maybe I'm thinking like Nolan just has more recent ones that I've seen, maybe, and
I
why
would
said
say
that.
Nolan's
But either
might be-
way, they're both like at the top.
I think
so
Nolan's might be more rewatchable. Like The Dark Knight.
I think that's fair.
It could go both ways.
I don't know.
to
Like
some extent.
Goodfellas, I feel like is one of the most rewatchable movies of all time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Goodfellas and Wolf of Wall
And
Street. for
yeah,
me.
Wolf of Wall Street is also
actually a pretty interesting debate. I
I
think I like
actually-
Scorsese better just because I think sometimes I'm like too dumb for Nolan's movies. I'm like I don't even understand them.
Me too.
But I did just rewatch Memento a couple days ago, and yeah,
Banger.
maybe I think I appreciated it more the second time because, like with Christopher Nolan's movies, like you get that baseline the first time, and then you understand it a little bit better every time you watch it afterwards. And yeah, that's a really good movie. I know we talked about it, I think on the Lost Tapes, but
yeah,
It is,
yeah. That's a pretty crazy movie, honestly.
yeah, I love that one.
But
Like-
Scorsese just has a ton that I really love. So
So,
Yeah,
they're
I think
definitely easier to
his
understand.
top. I think his top ones are better for sure than
can see that.
Nolan's top ones. But
Dark
I think
Knight's
maybe
pretty fucking
Nolan
good, though.
has
Dark
it
Knight's
is,
amazing.
like one of my favorites. But I don't know.
I mean, I've seen Tenet like 5 times and I still don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Not
no,
5
same.
times. I think I've seen it 3 times. The third, wasn't paying as much attention, but yeah.
Yeah, that one lost me for sure. But yeah,
No, you guys know what's interesting? Leo works pretty closely with both those guys.
he does. man.
Yeah.
Or with Christopher Nolan and Scorsese and Tarantino. Like wild. Like a
he's
guy
with
is
the
that
literally
good
best one.
that yeah, the best directors out there want to work with him. So
They always want Leo, yeah.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't think you would it's like if you had an immaculate grid for movies, Leo would,
Yeah,
would really
that would be a great one actually.
I think Leo's the best actor in our lifetime, maybe ever. Just if you look at like all the movies he's done.
Honestly, probably. I have
I feel like
not
it's hard to argue
seen-
that.
I haven't seen every movie of his, but I have not seen a bad one with him in
And it kind of does go back
personally.
to what you guys were just saying, like all the top directors like
Yeah.
want him. So it's like, they're putting out good movies, but still.
Mhm. I mean, I know the three of us were all together this weekend, so we were talking about it. And I don't know if I was talking about it with you guys or somebody else, but like the thing about Leo, his longevity, he's in like his 40s now, I think, like maybe 45, but
I think he's in his
but-
50s, isn't
He
he?
might be
Or
older.
maybe not.
maybe. But if you guys remember The Last Dance, like
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in
Leo
it.
was like, he was literally in it. He was like 21. He was like in the locker room, in the Bulls locker room, like during like the finals, hanging out with Michael Jordan. And he looks like a
Yeah.
kid. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And you just realize like one of his first movies was Titanic, which was like
Titanic,
a
Catch Me If You Can
blockbuster,
too.
smash it. Yeah. What's Eating Gilbert Grape is
Yeah.
a really good movie I like. And that was when he was like 18 or 19. Like
Yeah.
that might have been his first movie.
He's 48. So
48. Okay.
you're right.
We're both
Pretty
kind of
close,
right.
though.
Bangers for 30 years.
I will
Yeah.
say, actually, I did not love the Revenant with him, but still, I mean,
No, neither did
I think it's fair that he's probably our
It
our
actually
best.
really annoys me that's what he won for. I mean, I know it was like really good
Yeah.
acting and stuff, but like there's so many better movies where he also had really good acting and like didn't win.
Better acting, in my
Yeah,
opinion,
yeah,
and just
I
better
agree.
movies. But
Well,
yeah,
half the movie in The Revenant he's just crawling.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like it's
It's
like the
tough.
SpongeBob means like 1 hour later, he's still just
Yeah, struggling along.
Yeah, what a run he's had.
Yeah,
He's still going.
yeah.
No signs of slowing down.
No,
But JD, are you more excited for Oppenheimer?
I am. I'm an Oppenheimer. I mean it's close both ways and Asteroid City. Also
that's
because I
out.
just
I
watched.
think.
It
Is
is.
it?
It's in theaters.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
It's been out for like, almost a month.
Dude, my vacations and stuff just been taking my time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's been out a couple weeks.
Oppenheimer's the number one on my list still.
I mean, I'm still very pumped for Oppenheimer, but when I saw that trailer yesterday, it just got me going, got me pumped. So I mean, I'm very pumped
Yeah.
for both. Can't go wrong, but I think the Scorsese one has me a little more excited.
Yeah. I think we'll probably. I mean, if you guys are cool, is to have both of those as a squad watch to talk about on here.
Yeah.
Those would be good ones to discuss.
Mm-hmm. Down for that. Oppenheimer comes out in 2 weeks, I
2 weeks.
think.
Yeah, 21st, I think.
21st, yeah.
Yeah. So should be a good one. As I'm thinking, the game is going to be a good one too, which is going to be
Yeah, I'm
next
excited.
week.
Yeah.
So,
Pumped.
yeah, watch along with us there, and then also listen along with us. 1995 Billboard Hits. We'll be talking about both next week. But yeah, I think that does it for another edition here. But yeah, excited to see you guys next week.
See you next
See
week.
you guys later.